everybody. Tricia and Laura here. We are checking in. We are just in the car about to head home. We've had a very busy day here at the General Assembly in Richmond. We met with, well, first thing is we've got a bill.
Thank you, God.
We have got a bill. It is Senate Bill number 1701. And it is going to go before local government committee. So we had previously identified all of those senators, and we can post a list of them in the comments below. And so we've been meeting with all of them and their aides to inform them of what's going on and get their support for the bill. We have been sort of doing our talking points, and we've talked about so the elements of the bill. Basically, right now, Fairfax County only allows us to a maximum of 60 nights.
Right.
And Senator Eben started with the language, and it says a minimum of 180 nights. So that's a big improvement.
Yeah.
And we think that's a good, really good. And then the second distinctive thing about what he has put in the bill is that it allows for one primary residence and one additional residence. So that covers the people that have more than one home, like Tricia and some of our other members. So that's a really important element. We feel like that's a good compromise for the people who might object to like multiple property owners. And this is a much big improvement from what we're dealing with now with Fairfax County.
Right.
So one of the things that we're planting seeds about, though, is this collection of the TOT tax, because we are urging all the senators because they all have mentioned, not all of them, but several of them have mentioned, oh, well, we'll talk to the Fairfax County people, and we have learned that they have lobbyists here. So, hello, friends! And so we are puzzled as to why Fairfax County gets to weigh in on this when they, so obviously didn't listen to us before, but nonetheless, this is how the process works.
Right.
So one of the seeds we are planting is that we are urging them to partner with the platform like the City of Alexandria did to simplify everyone's lives and ensure that that money comes in. Because that's a big selling point is the revenue that it generates, and because as we've been going to these things, all kinds of people are like, we need money for this and we need money for that and we need money for this, and we're like, here's some dollars, let's make it easy. So we're all about hitting that easy button. So we were mentioning that we don't expect that to be in the bill, but we feel like that's a really significant seed to plant, and that will bear fruit later when we go to talk with the Board of Supervisors, because we know we're going to go to the table with them in the future. And let's see, what was the other thing?
There's one other thing on the bill where it actually covers more than one contract. So if you have multiple rooms that you rent in your house, you can do that, not just one. So that covers that group as well. And hopefully it'll pass through quickly. There's going to be a lot of work that we have to do. Getting a bill is great, but there's lots more to come. And we definitely are going to need to start reaching out to people to say, hey, listen, call your senator, write your senator,
Totally.
Send an email to your senator saying that you want support of this. And if you don't know how to do that, we'll walk you through that later this week, in the next couple of days, because we need to start on that right away. Now's the time we're going to want action from everybody.
And what we've learned is that, and I'll post the list of the senators that are on this committee, because what we learned today, we learn something new every time.
Every time.
And so what we learned today is that there is a thing called boxing. And so what happens when you have a bill is it goes to committee. And if it passes committee unanimously and uncontested, it's like it gets fast-tracked into this thing called boxing, where they bundle it with a bunch of other uncontested bills, and then they just like pass all of them at the same time. That is our big, giant, easy button, you guys. And what we need is we are going to need everybody in the group to be calling or emailing their senators with a personal letter with personalized details that say, I want you, I'm your constituent because I live in, this area, and I want you to support this bill. Because the senators listen to their constituents. This is where you have a voice. So we want you to be contacting the senators that are on the committee, because we want them to hear from their constituents, and we know we have you guys all over the place. And then the other thing is, this Saturday there is a town hall meeting in Alexandria that Senator Eben has requested we have Mount Vernon hosts at. I've put it on our Facebook page.
Right.
We have also just learned there might be a giant snowstorm on Saturday. So we want you to turn up if it doesn't snow.
Or if it does.
Yeah, we don't know.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens,
We'll
but
see
that's
what
really
happens.
a big deal. He has specifically asked for Mount Vernon hosts to turn out. If you're not in Mount Vernon, but you still want to turn out and support us, that's also huge. Because you got to remember that at most of these events for years, there has not been a voice in the positive like ours. And so, Tricia and I are out and loud and we go to everything that we can, but we need you guys to also come and join these events. So please make sure you're watching our Facebook page and that you're writing things on the calendar to attend. Because the other...
And there's the other thing. We're going to need people to come.
The other thing is, all the Board of Supervisors are up for re-election, and so we're going to be in discussions. Let's see. As Senator Eben, yes. If you can send a letter to him, if you can show up to the town hall, that would also be really good, because
Yes.
they want, especially Senator Eben, he wants to be able to go to committee and say, look, I have all these letters from my constituents in support of this, because he's also going to have people that oppose it. So we really need to, get our strength in making our voices heard. So absolutely, if you can send it. And I will try to post a link to his website or maybe an email address to here so you can weigh in. Because this is where we really, this is the time for us to give you those marching orders. We need as many people to speak up and say they're in favor of this as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And we need them to be able to identify the senator on the committee, because they'll listen to us a little, but the most powerful voice is the voice of their constituent.
Yes.
So because you're the voter. So we're trying to get, as many people rounded up. So we're going to be driving for the next couple hours because we're still in Richmond and we're about to hit the road back home. But I will try to post a link, or I'll post something with a way for you to get in touch with Senator Eben. And because he has a website, there's a survey that he has asked about, and I thought it was question 4. I posted about that earlier. It's actually question 3, because he asked specifically about the short-term rentals in this questionnaire, because he's asking his people. And so we posted that link. We want people to go in and chime in there. And some of those people, it's okay if you're not in the district, but it's really more powerful if you are in the district.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to hear from people. But we're very excited. We feel like we've done a lot. You guys, these two crazies, we only met on May 5th, and here we are in Richmond, and we've got a bill.
So we just got to stay strong for the next 6 weeks or so,
Mm-hmm.
because there's going to be a lot happening within the next 6 weeks. There's going to be multiple community meetings, the local government meetings down here in Richmond that we're going to want to attend and get more people down here actually talking to more senators. Yep. Our prayer is that it will pass quickly from the Senate over to the House. When that happens, then we're going to need to reach out to the entire House of Delegates, and we're going to do the same thing. And we're going to need to do the same thing again. So it's a very, very short commitment. So we really need everybody to get engaged. So we'll give you some definite details tonight or tomorrow of go do this and please copy us on it. Mm-hmm. So then we have an idea of how many people are reaching out.
Mm-hmm.
So
and if you have any questions, you can always call or email either one of us.
Right.
You can email Tricia at citizens4str@gmail.com, mm-hmm. or you can email me at Laura at citizens4str.org. A lot of things to remember here. But we definitely are going to want you to weigh in with your senators, weigh in with Senator Eben, come to the Mount Vernon Town Hall if it's not canceled from snow. And the other thing is that when it goes to committee, we're going to need a few people to speak. And Senator Eben wants the chronic illness girl, which is me. And he wants Sister Claire. He wants a veteran, and then maybe one other person that...
Sister Claire. Naughty, naughty, naughty.
And so,
all right. We'll be on our knees.
We'll be penitent.
And we'll do it. We will do it for you.
And so there's 2 days. This committee meets after what did they call it? It's there's a meeting that they have that starts at noon and that lasts for roughly an hour, and then the local government committee meetings is on Tuesday after that. So basically Tuesday at 1 o'clock, the next 2 weeks, the 22nd and the 29th, Sister Claire, we need you there, and possibly, because we don't know which day it's going to be, but we're going to be there. That would be great, Nagla, if
Yes,
you would
it
do
would
it.
be
We would
great if you would
love
come
that.
down.
You would be so powerful.
You would be amazing.
Really, really powerful. We would
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
My mom is worst timing ever. She's trying to call me. Okay, she's probably gonna call me again in like 2 seconds. So, okay.
We have lots to do tonight and tomorrow. We'll be back in touch then. Stay on standby for us.
Yeah.
Because we really need your help and involvement. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching.
Thank you guys so much. So I think that's it for now. And we'll be posting more. So keep an eye out on your email box and on our Facebook page for more updates, okay? All right. Bye.